What's up everyone? Welcome back to another video in the Theme Park Tycoon 2 tutorial series. This is Connor and let's jump right into it. So today we're on video number 3, and if you guys remember from the very first video, you'll know that this is all about money making. Now, making money in this game is pretty important considering you need money to basically put anything in the game here. So what we're mainly going to be doing today is just going over some ways that you can make money quicker and more efficiently, and maybe a couple ways on how to spend your money so that you're not going through it too quickly and that you use it on the things that really count in your park. So to start off, let's just ask the question, what is money and what is it used for? Most people who have played this game for a little while, or even if you're brand new, can figure that money is used to purchase things in the game. And some people may be wondering, how can you get money? And it's as simple as just placing a ride or placing a stall or stand that get you money from guests buying it or paying to use the ride. So number one on this list of how to make money is to kind of start right here with this group of buildings or stalls and stands here that you see. One of my main ways of getting money is from these stands, and there's one key way of making money from these. As you can see right here, I've placed one of every single food or drink stand that is available, and then you have a couple other ones that I don't really care as much about over here, but the main ones are all of the food and drink stalls that you want to place in. Now, what the people in your park will do is they'll choose a favorite out of all of these different stands that you see here. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but for me, it's happened on every single park I've done, every time I've tried to make money. The guests seem to choose a singular stall, or maybe sometimes two stalls, that they like to go to the most. A good example of this is right here with the pizza stall. If I click on it and then go over to stats, you can see I've made a pretty good amount of money from this single stall alone. But then if I go over to the stall next to it and click stats, you can see I haven't made much at all from this one. That's because, like I said before, these guests seem to choose a stall or two that they favorite over the others. So there's an easy way to take advantage of this, and that's simply by raising the price of this single stall. For some reason, the guests love this stall so much that they'll keep going to it even when the price is raised by a couple dollars. And that over time can make you a lot of money, as you can see from my pizza stall here, as well as this popcorn stall has gotten me a decent amount of money. And that's just another way that you can hopefully increase the amount of money that you're making through your stalls. Moving on to my next tip that I like to do on basically every one of my parks is increase the amount for each one of your rides and stalls up by a single dollar. What this will do is you'll still get the same amount of guests, but you won't get as many complaints that, oh, this ride is more expensive or this ride is much cheaper, because they're all that same price range they were, just with $1 more. Now, this is good if you're going for maybe a couple $100,000, maybe $1 million if you want to. As you can see, I have a decent amount of money up here. But in the long run, it's not always the best. As you can see an example right here of these 3 different ring rides. If I click on the first one, you can see that I have this set to $11, so it's up $1 from what I had it set at before. And when we click on the stats here, you can see I have about $41,000. Moving over to the next one, you can see this one is the base price at $10, and it's at about $43,000. And then the last one over to the right is down $1, and it has about $44,000. So in the long run, it may be better to decrease the amount that you're making, but if you really want to get that boost of money right away, it's better to increase your dollar amount by a single dollar than to decrease it, in my opinion. Remember, all of these rules are just my opinion, so if you guys disagree, then you don't have to follow them. It's just how I've made my money, how I've made my parks. So it's really up to you guys. Next up in money making is location. Location has a lot to do with how much you'll be making from a ride. because as you can see, I have a lot more guests up towards the front here than I do over in the back here, with maybe a couple guests here and there. That's why I don't really place as many stalls in the back as I do in the front. So location is really something to consider. One of my last points on how to make money is place as much as you can, but don't overplace. As you can see right here, I have basically one of every coaster fit into this small little area. And that's just so that, once again, it gives different types of rides for more guests, and it gives me more stars for my park. Now, stars do matter for your park because the more stars you have, the more guests you're going to get coming to your park. And obviously, the more guests, the more money you have. The very last thing that I'll leave you guys with is focus on money at first. Don't be focusing on both your money and building your park. Because from personal experience, I find making your money then deleting your park a lot simpler than having to build your main park around a money making park. This is just to save you guys some time and effort, not really as much of making money, but it still helps. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and took something out of it, learned something new, and you can apply it to your park in the game as well. Like usual, if you think I've missed anything, let me know down in the comments and maybe I'll come back to it in a later video, or I can respond to you in the comments if it's a pretty simple question. Please feel free to like the video, it really helps me out. And also subscribing really lets me know that you guys are watching and you want to hear more from me and see more videos. So I hope to see you guys in the next one, and yeah, see you then, bye.